Godzilla is cool because all the destruction he causes stays on the screen you're watching him on. But what if we told you that there's something real that would wreak so much havoc it would make Godzilla look like a plastic toy in comparison? Welcome back to the Future Arc channel, where we're about to embark on a journey that will blow your mind. Today is one of those days when we're about to unravel something that will leave you perched on the edge of your seat. Imagine a sleeping giant lurking beneath the serene beauty of Yellowstone. Picture the tiniest yet most incredible microbial communities thriving in the most extreme environments. And now imagine this could hold the key to a connection that might just shake our understanding of life as we know it. So buckle up, because we're about to take you on a roller coaster that will leave you shaking in terror. This is a journey that you won't want to miss as we dive into the heart of Yellowstone's secrets. Yellowstone National Park is a true marvel of Mother Nature. This iconic treasure, nestled in the heart of the USA, is like a mystical gateway to the Earth's most incredible secrets. And if you're into the whole unveiling the unknown thing, which we're guessing you are since you're here, Yellowstone is where it's at. Let's rewind the clock a bit and dive into the history of this natural wonderland. Way back in 1872, a bunch of forward-thinking folks decided to set aside a massive chunk of land, over 2 million acres to be precise, and declare it as the world's first national park. And guess what? That place was Yellowstone. Let's talk about the geothermal wonders in Yellowstone. You see, it's not just your run-of-the-mill park with lush forests and lovely meadows, although it's got those too, and they're stunning. What sets Yellowstone apart is its underground fire, quite literally. This place is like a natural pressure cooker with superheated water and steam brewing just beneath the surface, waiting to burst out in breathtaking spectacles of geysers, hot springs, and mud pots. And here's the real kicker. Yellowstone's geothermal activity isn't just fascinating for its Instagram-worthy geysers, it's a vital piece of the puzzle in our quest to understand how life, even the tiniest life forms, can thrive in the harshest conditions. Those bubbling hot springs, they're like nature's jacuzzis for some seriously hardcore microbes that not only survive, but flourish in boiling water and acidity that could dissolve nails. And this is where the adventure gets intriguing, because these microbial communities aren't just a curious side note, they might be our ticket to unlocking the secrets of life on Mars. Yep, you heard that right. Studying these resilient little fellas could help us figure out if there's even a hint of life on the red planet. Now, there's some seriously intergalactic detective work. But before we zoom off to Mars, let's remember that Yellowstone has its own share of hidden mysteries, like the sleeping giant we mentioned earlier. So stick around, because in the next part, we'll dive into the heart of this geological marvel, exploring the potential consequences of its awakening and getting up close and personal with those astounding microorganisms that could hold the key to understanding life beyond our wildest dreams. Hold onto your exploration helmets, because we're about to dive deep into the teeny tiny world of microbes. So remember those tough as nails microbes we mentioned earlier, the ones that call Yellowstone's scorching hot springs their cozy little home? Well, turns out they're not just tough, they're also like little time travelers, giving us a sneak peek into the ancient history of our very own planet. You see, these microbial communities have been hanging out in Yellowstone's extreme conditions for eons, building resilience like no other. And guess what? They've been doing it in a way that's got scientists' minds racing. When we study these microorganisms, we're essentially peering back in time, getting a glimpse of what life might have been like in the early days of Earth when extreme environments were pretty much the norm. These microbes could be like living fossils, offering us precious clues about the origins of life and how it adapted to thrive under some seriously wild conditions. But wait, it gets even cooler. If these rugged microbes can pull off a thriving community in boiling water and acidic hot springs, what does that mean for places like the red, dusty plains of Mars? These little guys are showing us that if life ever existed, or still exists on Mars, it might just be hiding out in its own version of geothermal oases, much like what we might find right here on Earth in Yellowstone's backyard. Recent research has been sending shockwaves through the scientific community. It's like finding the missing piece of a cosmic puzzle. We're talking about rewriting the rulebook on the boundaries of life. It's no longer just about finding water or the right temperature, it's about identifying the kind of environments where these microbial champs can thrive, and that opens up a whole new universe of possibilities. But we need to pump the brakes on space exploration for a bit. If Yellowstone ever does erupt, life on Mars will be the least of our concerns, because a maximum eruption of Yellowstone supervolcano would look like the stuff of disaster movies. If Yellowstone became active, it would be an eruption so massive that it would dwarf any volcanic eruption we've ever witnessed in modern history. We're talking about the sheer force of Mother Nature unleashing a cataclysmic event that, according to Michio Kaku, a prominent theoretical physicist, futurist, and popular science communicator, can tear the guts out of the United States of America. It's not a pretty picture, but it's essential to understand the potential consequences. Immediate devastation would be felt within a vast radius of Yellowstone. Think of a circle encompassing parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, and extending beyond, affecting even neighboring states. The explosion would create an ash cloud that would rise high into the atmosphere, being dense, choking, and a mixture of volcanic material, obscuring the sky and blanketing the land below. Now imagine a volcanic winter, where the sun struggles to break through the thick shroud of ash. It would be a cooling effect that would last for years. Temperatures would drop, and agriculture would take a major hit. Crops would fail, food becomes scarce, and the implications ripple far beyond the eruption zone. It's a nightmare scenario that would lead to widespread hunger and economic turmoil. And it's not just the US that would feel the impact. This is a global event, with the ash cloud spreading across the entire planet. Air travel grinds to a halt as flights are grounded due to the danger posed by the ash to aircraft engines. The global climate is thrown into chaos with far-reaching consequences for weather patterns and ecosystems. But let's get back to the United States. Estimates suggest that an eruption of this magnitude could result in immediate fatalities of around 87,000 people. That's a staggering loss as it is, and the destruction furthermore would be extensive. The affected area could stretch as far as 2/3 of the country. Major cities, infrastructure, and communities would all be devastated. The good news is that the odds of such a massive eruption occurring in a given year are pretty low. The US Geological Survey keeps close watches on Yellowstone, monitoring for any signs of increased volcanic activity. And even if Yellowstone were to erupt, the severity of the eruption would depend on various factors. But the potential consequences are so significant that preparedness and risk assessment is essential. We need to understand the worst-case scenario, even as we hope it never comes to pass. It's a stark reminder of the forces at play beneath the Earth's surface, and it's a call to be vigilant and proactive in our monitoring and response efforts. Alright, future explorers, let's do a quick recap of the mind-blowing journey we just embarked upon. We peeled back the curtain of the microscopic world of extraordinary microbes, teaching us about the ancient history of our planet, and even holding the secrets to whether life ever existed on Mars. Then we delved into the slumbering giant beneath Yellowstone National Park, that dormant supervolcano with the potential to reshape the landscape and impact the United States on an unimaginable scale. Now, we're not just here to amaze you with these incredible discoveries, we want to hear what you think. What's your take on their connection to possible extraterrestrial life? And what would you do if Yellowstone erupted? Share your thoughts, speculations, and theories in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this eye-opening adventure, hit that like button like you're summoning the force of a supervolcano. And if you're as excited as we are to uncover more mysteries and explore the unknown, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.